Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. So I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but I'm just now getting time. So we about to go through what Dr. Pepper said. We about to go through what Chris said. We about to go through what Shanice said, okay? Because everybody got something to say. I'm just trying to figure out, like, since when did we get this much, conversation from the experts, from cast? Married at First Sight is slipping this season, okay? I'm just going to say that because no matter how bad things was between, like, Matt, Lou, Brandon, Michael, all of them, we never got them, talking to us during the season. So I'm just confused as to what happened to the NDA this time around. What happened? Okay, but anyway, also I got y'all definitely let me know that I had got the conversation wrong between Paige and Chris. Okay, come to find out that Chris actually makes more than Paige, allegedly. Okay, because we don't really know how much money he make, and he don't want nobody in his business. Okay, he don't want a joint account, and that's probably because he ain't got no money. Okay, but that's neither here or there. That's not what this video is about. But I just wanted to clear that up. Okay, thank y'all for actually listening to me in the video and correcting me, and that's okay because I was busy in the chat with y'all writing down the wrong notes. So whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Oh, okay. But anyway, let's get into what Dr. Pepper said. So Dr. Pepper said, thanks everyone for being concerned about Chris. I understand, of course. So let me try and explain from my point of view. First of all, we do a lot of in-depth research on people. Not only do they fill out long questionnaires, they have several interviews with all three of us, plus producers. There's also an outside independent psychological firm that gives tests to applicants at 2 different times. This is also a forensic researcher looking for any legal interactions in the last 10 years. And we also look a decade back for social media posts that might disqualify someone. All this to say that if someone gets passed all of this, it turns out to be a bad fit for the process. They had to fool us a lot. One reason we think this could have happened is that all of this in-depth but not necessarily happening when a person under stress. People do change a lot when threatened or disappointed. I also understand why people might want us not to continue filming this couple. The reason we look on is that we have seen a similar train wreck turn around. For example, go to the season in Boston and look at Shanice and Jeffy. It's miserable to watch in the beginning, but he turned around, breakdowns, changes the way he approaches his wife in his life. And the changes are both life-changing and inspirational. They are happily married now with a beautiful child. Granted, this is exceptional, but this does happen. And so we watch things play out. Even if the couples don't get together, at least one person can grow and gain strength and know more about who she is or he is and what they want in a partner. More times in the experiment also gives us experts more time to counsel to try and help them work through tough experiences. Okay, so look. Basically, what she's trying to get at, because I'm not reading everything she wrote. Basically, what she's trying to get at is that they do a whole bunch of research, okay? They go through, they do background checks, they do social media checks, they do all this stuff. They talk to them, counsel them, all these things that they do to them. And just so happened, Chris got through it, okay? He didn't show up bad on paper. He didn't represent himself as a bad person. So this is not really a fault that he got picked for the show, right? But I'm sitting here thinking, like, but he was just engaged 3 months ago. And people will argue, like, hey, people was in relationships when they first got up there. Like, Katie was in a relationship, okay? Christina was just in a relationship. But the difference is they wasn't engaged to the person. I think if you were engaged to someone 3 months ago, you would have decided that they should not be on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Not dating, I mean, engaged. I mean, fiance, y'all was getting married. Y'all was planning to get married. You love this person so much, you proposed to them and decided to spend your life with them. So I feel as though 3 months is not enough time to get over, a relationship that you were planning on spending the rest of your life with someone. Okay, so that was already a red flag, Dr. Pepper. So why is Chris on the show? That's the question that we have, okay? Now she also says that, oh, you know, these couples saying this and they can gain and they can grow and they can do all this other stuff. But I'm just sitting here like, okay, so what are you trying to do? Teach Paige a lesson? You want Paige to smarten up? You don't want her to, you know, pick these type of guys anymore? Is that why y'all continue to let her go through this? Like, what is happening right now? What is the lesson that she's supposed to gain so that it can be clear to us that, you know, so it can be clear to us of what's happening. You know what I mean? Now, I also don't like the fact that she used Jeffy and Shanice. And I'm going to be very clear. Jeffy was very standoffish with Shanice. He wasn't really disrespectful. He just didn't want to sleep with the bed with her, which is understandable. He didn't know her. He wasn't really open to it. You know, he was a teacher, so it was a lot of things he didn't want to put on display in front of the world. And that's understandable, right? But he had his very sweet moments where he brought her flowers. He was very nice. He wasn't really nasty to Shanice. He was more standoffish. And I'm not going to say that, you know, Chris isn't nasty to Paige, okay, because he is spiritually manipulating the homegirl, okay? He is actually telling her things that she wants to hear. Unlike Jeffy, who was being real and open and honest. He was very clear as to Shanice what he was feeling and what he was going through, okay? He didn't try to make her, he didn't tell her what she wanted to hear when she was ready to leave, okay? Unlike Chris, who says, I'm spiritually attracted to you when she's getting ready to go. Unlike Chris, who had sex with her 2 times and then decided to tell her that he's not attracted to her. Unlike Chris, who's over-sexualized her body. Oh, I want you to show that when you go to the airport. Like, sir, we're going to the airport. We're not going to a fancy dinner with your friends. We're going to the airport. Is it that serious, okay? So I don't want them to compare them to. Like Shanice said, because Shanice did make a video where she went into depth about it. Like, we go through real life situations. We're real people trying to figure this thing out. And I applaud them. Every relationship, and I'm sure all of you have been in some type of relationship, correct? Okay? It's not perfect, okay? Yes, they did have infidelity. But let's be honest, a lot of relationships have had infidelity that they move past and work through, okay? They have a children who are, they have a daughter who is beautiful. Okay, they are really a married couple going through married struggles as human beings, trying to figure it the F out. So no, they are not Paige and Shanice. Okay, they are not putting on a show for the world. They are being open, honest with us. How they always been from the beginning of their journey to now. Okay, so I don't understand why she would put them. Now, Shanice says that she's just trying to say, like, in the beginning, you know, everybody was sending Jeffy death threats and everybody was all mad at Jeffy and doing all the extra stuff. So, yes, it was hard for people to watch. So, let's not forget the beginning. So, she's saying, I understand why she would compare it because, like, it was hard for us to see it. You know, it was hard for us to watch it. And even, you know, Jeffy had depression after watching all the stuff that he done put his wife through and things like that. So, it's understandable why it could be, you know, compared. But I think to the extent of the comparison, like, no, where is this journey going, Dr. Pepper? Okay, this journey that they're going on doesn't seem like it's going to work, okay? At least with Jeffy and Shanice, we saw the progress beginning. It is only episode 5, and we have seen nothing but red flag after red flag after red flag. It is ridiculous at this point that you let this girl come on this show, gave her no counseling. When she first found out he had a baby, we should have had an expert on the phone, okay? On the Zoom chat, somewhere to say, hey, Paige, how are you feeling? What are you going through? How can we help you through this? Okay, no, we didn't get that. We didn't get that. We let the production tell her. We let the cast, you know, humiliate her and embarrass her. We have Chris sitting here acting a fool, and poor Paige is sitting there falling the F apart. That's basically what's happening, y'all, okay? Now, Chris, I don't know who told him that he can go on social media and just start saying all these things, okay? He has made so many posts, okay, trying to sue bloggers, okay? He has talked back to Jamie, okay? Telling her how she, you know, embarrassed her husband and cried on national television, and that was nowhere near as bad as what he did. Yes, it is, because at least Jamie was being open about how she felt, okay? You knew you wasn't attracted to that girl when you decided to go up there and have sex with her, not 1 time, but 2 times, and then told her she wasn't attracted. And then you spiritually manipulated her, okay? So you are effed up for that, Chris. Okay, so don't sit there and act like, oh, Jamie. Yes, Jamie had a bad moment. Yes, Jamie wasn't the best. Yes, she was me, and she got dragged. The same way you're getting dragged. Get out of your feelings, okay? But anyway, Then he wants to go and say that the guys were, the wives was about to get the guy smashed in the face, okay? Basically saying that he was about to come at them. He was about to beat them up. It was about to be a whole thing. All because Virginia and Clara couldn't shut their mouths. If you apologize to Ryan, which you did do, right? Why are you sitting there talking smack about Ryan? Okay, because you applied to them as the, women, or your wives almost got you smashed in the face. Also talking about Ryan and Clara, who you also apologized to at the dinner, which was fake, okay? You manipulated me in the process. I almost thought it was real, okay? But we all can see through you. Then you attacked Dr. Pepper about the success rate of the couples that they had picked and how she has a 70% failure rate when it comes to the marriages. Okay, granted, listen, you cannot, let's be clear. People who choose each other get divorced every day. So you can only imagine when two experts put people together how the success rate is going to be. Let's not act like we expect for all these couples to actually get together because the experts put them together and now they're supposed to be happily ever after. That's not reality, okay? It's just not how the world works. So no, we don't expect for all the couples on Married at First Sight every season to stay together. If they actually all did stay together, this would be kind of like, boring, okay? There would be no point for decision day because everyone would already be happy and staying together, and we wouldn't be sitting on the edge of our seats saying, oh, I wonder if they're going to stay. I wonder if they're going to stay. So let's not sit here and say, oh, we want all the couples to find love. Yes, we do. Okay, let's say that. We do. But at the end of the day, we know it's not going to happen. It's just not gonna happen. I am so over everyone assuming that, okay, no, wait, let's get to this. They say that the show is scripted, and at one point I was like, this gotta be scripted, right? But now I'm starting to believe that it's not scripted, okay? Because the way Dr. Viviana, the way that Pastor Cal, and the way that Dr. Pepper are speaking out about the choice that they made when it came to Chris makes me believe that they really feel like they effed up, okay? They owe us some type of explanation, and that's what they're trying to do. You guys ask for an explanation, they give you one, and it's not good enough, okay? So at this point, I'm just sitting here like, let's just let it play out. It's TV, okay? We don't like Chris, that's cool, but for y'all out there sending the death threats, y'all doing too much, honey, okay? Too much. All that man did was, provoke some type of, argument, which a lot of people do, okay? All that man did was have a baby on the way when he just got married, which a lot of people do, probably not being married, but in relationships, they be having babies on the way. Some people have babies in their marriage, and that don't make them good human beings either, okay? So, let's just let this man live. We are giving him what he wants. He wants the fame. He wants the followers. He wants the conversation to be about him. Why? Because this helps build his brand some type of way. All publicity is good publicity, correct? Right? So at this point, he feels as though if he goes up there and act a fool and responds to everything that is happening on the show, everybody is going to continue to follow him and watch him and talk about him like I'm doing right now. Okay? So it must be working. It just must be working. I'm tired of Chris, okay? Every time I watch Chris and Paige, they literally drain me, okay? They drain me because he is so manipulative. He's telling her everything she wants to hear, and she's just sitting back, eating it up, and just, just forgetting all the red signs that they show her, okay? Now, I'm hearing all types of things about her not moving into the house, meeting up with the baby mama. I'm excited to watch all of that because at this point, I'm invested in the drama, okay? Everybody's like, no drama. I'm invested in the drama now. I want to see what's going to happen, and I hope and pray that, it's not that bad. I mean, I really hope she don't stay with him, but I am so over it, okay? Where is the next season? I am like, they got it wrong. But this not the first time they got it wrong, y'all. So, with all that being said, I'm going to talk to y'all later, okay?